go ahead and start with the sentence. Sorry, but Benny, you could go ahead and start with the sentence.
All right. Abdi.
Here.
Patricia.
Here.
Emma.
Here.
Jack.
Here.
Noah.
Here.
Peter.
Present.
Jenna.
Here.
Crystal.
Here.
Bree.
Here.
Elias.
Here.
Willie.
Here.
I am here. Jasmine.
Here.
Nicholas. Nicholas. All right. Grace.
Here.
Natalie. No Natalie? All right. Peyton.
Here.
Suzanne.
Here.
Lucas.
Here.
Andy.
Here.
Olivia.
Here.
Kyrie.
Here.
Bridget.
Here.
Kristen.
Here.
Tyler.
Here.
India.
Here.
Payne.
Here.
Emily.
Here.
Perfect.
Alrighty, thank you, Bennett. Is there a motion to approve last week's minutes?
I motion to approve last week's minutes. Second.
Okay. All those in favor? All those opposed? Okay, beautiful. That passes. There is no guest speaker this week. Is there any constituent comments? If there is, all you have to do is put an asterisk in the chat box. Alrighty. Transitioning to cabinet reports. Chief of Staff, Emma.
Hey everyone, I hope everyone came back to campus okay. We have a few Texans in the audience, and if that is you, I hope you're doing okay. I hope your family is doing okay. I'm from a very cold, snowy part of the United States, so if I can help you guys in any way, I am more than happy to do so. So that's the first order of business right there. Second, and something I'm really excited about, I am here today to propose a very brief but in-depth presentation about an event that I've been working on. I have been lucky enough to have met with Dean Thompson a few times over the J term, and she, along with a few other cabinet members, all agreed that mental health, specifically the development and maintenance of mental illness, is particularly a big issue on campus. And it's been that way, COVID or not. But now that a pandemic has set in, it's basically amplified previously existing mental conditions. So obviously, as students, we can't quote unquote solve this issue. I wish it was that easy, but as we know, it's a very complex problem. But I do have sort of a partial step into somewhat of a solution. So if it's okay with Bree, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I have like a 2-minute presentation. It's not going to be that lengthy. All right. I can't see all of you, so if you could just like verbally let me know that you can see the screen, that would be awesome.
You can, Emma.
I can. You're good.
Wonderful. I should really know more about tech than I do. So what I'm proposing is sort of a hybrid of Gator Day and the Student Involvement Fair. And I know that a lot of you are familiar with these events, but for those of you who are brand new this year or this semester, Gator Day was an effort every single fall to cancel classes for the entire day And rather than classes or extracurricular events, students and faculty members across campus would host all sorts of fun events, usually related to professional development. I know that last fall, the CBE did some work on Excel. We saw some efforts on getting funding for education from Professor Patrick Jackson, who was my former advisor, actually. He's awesome. It's basically a one-day experience where students get to learn more about themselves professionally and just learn about something interesting. It's kind of like a TED Talk. On the other hand, the Student Involvement Fair is something traditionally done on the Gator Quad, or if weather insists, in the campus center lobby at the very beginning of the school year. And it's a way for new students especially to get to know student organizations on campus. Every single year ASG has had a table. Obviously things were a little bit different this year. What I want to do is marry the aspects of those two events to create what I hope will be an annual initiative focused specifically on student mental health. The working title is Strive to Thrive Day because it rhymes, and I don't want to just call it Mental Health Day because I think that's really boring. All of the credit on the graphic goes to my amazing graphic designer mom. I am not that talented, she is. Moving right along here, before we get really serious, Bree, would you mind doing the arrows for me? Because my computer's acting up.
All right, Emma. There you go. Did you get it?
We got it. What's up, Bree?
I want to make sure. Perfect.
Yeah, sorry guys. My computer is really weird. Whenever I'm screen sharing a slideshow, it doesn't want to do anything with arrow keys. So that's a weird perk. I'm going to just move the screen here. Okay. Before we seriously dive in, I do want to add some disclaimers. We're talking about peer-to-peer support. What do I mean by that? I mean, students taking the initiative to support students. Those were my words, and when I talked about this to Trey Yeckley, the director of the Counseling and Personal Development Center, they were in support of that too. They really endorsed that. What this event also does is it really strengthens our relationship with our constituents, other students. Dean Thompson mentioned that it's often a lot more difficult for students to lash out or otherwise act aggressively with someone that you have a previous positive relationship with. So what we can do is virtually shake hands or bump elbows and get to know our constituents. Again, disclaimers here. We need to be very, very sure that this is not a professional treatment replacement. This is not a replacement for professional help from the CPDC. So if we go through with this event, I am not marketing this as, quote, ASG members become professional therapists. That is not what this event is about. And also, I don't want this to entirely be our event. Again, on that point, we don't want to market this as a cure. Don't get me wrong, if you're experiencing a mental illness or maybe you're on the borderline of a crisis, we'd love to see you and just be there as friends. But at the end of the day, this is not considered professional treatment. Finally, while I want this to be a quote unquote positive event, AKA friendly faces, lots of fun activities, there is a line between positivity and toxic positivity. And toxic positivity can come in many forms, but most of the time it's talking about phrases like things could be worse, or it's a lot of gaslighting, or good vibes only. We want to be positive, but this is a really difficult time for students, especially for students of color, queer students, international students. And sometimes life really does throw us a few curveballs, and we don't want to wash over that and say good vibes only. Hey, Bree, it's acting up again. Emma really needs a new laptop. Gonna start a GoFundMe. Wonderful.
Okay.
So, I also don't want to sponsor this as a 100% ASG run event. I really like how when we look at the Student Involvement Fair, we see so many different students take the lead here. And I don't want Strive to Thrive Day or whatever it ends up being called to be any different. Once I get your endorsement of this event, if you choose to hop on board, It's our job basically to reach out to any clubs and organizations we might be involved in, any ones that we know really well. I've been speaking to some advisors of sort of umbrella organizations. A good example of that is Dr. Angelica Perez Johnston, who runs the Ideas Center. She oversees a lot of SILG organizations, and I'll be speaking with staff right after this meeting to make sure that we can reach them all at once. Building on that, later this week, I will be meeting with Casey Cole, who is the faculty advisor for both GAP and Fraternity and Sorority Life. Again, a great way to reach a lot of different group members and clubs and organizations. I spoke to Dean Thompson about this idea, and she's excited. Trey Yeckley of the CPDC is on board, so they and their staff will be gathering somewhere on campus during that day. Let's see, what was I gonna say? I'm sorry, long day. To get students to know a little bit more about the CPDC. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, I spoke to Dr. Gabrielle Morrow of the ACHA. The last thing I want is for this event to be shut down because it doesn't align with health codes. So I think I missed a slide because of arrows again. We're looking at values, Bree.
Emma, you have to stop screen sharing for me to be able to change the slide.
Okay, hang tight.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up on my
I
screen.
don't know why my laptop does this, you guys, I'm sorry.
All right, give me like 5 seconds. Not the screen y'all are looking for. Give me 1 second. Okay, did I pull it up? You guys are gonna see my email. Please enjoy. All right, come on. Okay, Emma. Come on.
So while Bree gets that set up, one of the most important things to mention is that this is not set in stone yet, but it's really important to consider the time of year that we do this. And I have gone through a number of potential dates, and personally, I feel like Saturday, May 8th is the best date for several reasons here. In a perfect world, we'd be doing this during the J term or right now because, again, the winter can really bring out a lot of enhanced mental illness symptoms because even in non-pandemic circumstances, people are often a lot more isolated in cold, difficult weather. That being said, doing this in May means that students still have a couple of weeks before they actually have to bear down and start thinking about finals. So students can attend this event without, devoting like 6 hours to finals. And also for students who are running behind the scenes, we don't have to worry about finals too much this early. Additionally, having this later in the semester as opposed to right now means that we have a better chance of weather being more enjoyable. We're looking at like 50 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit as opposed to the insanity we have right now. And that means we have more space to do things that we want to do. We can have some outdoor events. And also, if the weather is more friendly, when I talked to Dr. Morrow, she was really in favor of that because positive weather means that more people go outside, which means that there's more space to stretch out and it's easier to socially distance. Again, I spoke to Dr. Morrow about other features of this event. We can absolutely do t-shirts as long as we wear gloves when we hand them out. It is possible to partner with some local businesses and get some food trucks on campus, which I'm really excited about because, I mean, a degree is good, but I'm here for the food. We can also do some live music. If you're a band geek like myself, you are aware that you have a gig that day and we'll have some live music going on, which is also really awesome. We could potentially do like a talk about it Saturday, as I previously mentioned, for students to air their concerns and get to know us better. So again, I don't want this to be solely ASG's baby. I hope that in the next couple of weeks, we can get some student support from GAP, potentially Alpha Phi Omega if they're into that. Greek chapters, Silk leadership organizations, lots of students coming together to produce a more positive social environment regarding mental health on campus. Again, to clarify, this is not a quote unquote cure. We are not coming together to eradicate mental illness. I wish it was that simple. And again, we're not here to solve people's problems. We don't know how to handle people who are in crisis. We're just here to provide positive peer support. Again, I'm not going to read every single one of these values here for you. You can read that yourself. There's probably some dimensions of mental health I'm missing. And if you see something, don't hesitate to run it by me. I mean, I'm a human and I'm going to forget things. Finally, there's a really bad sort of belief that is associated with therapy. Many people think that you have to have a really intense mental condition to need therapy. And it has a really negative connotation, you know, when we hear about people who are quote unquote in therapy, that's usually to address a crisis of some kind. So I spoke about this misconception to Trey, and they said, we will absolutely take care of you if you feel that you're in a crisis, but a crisis is a really dangerous thing to be in, and I can attest to that. A crisis absolutely sucks. What the CPDC is looking to do now is focus on more proactive treatment, which means that even if you're not actively experiencing any symptoms of something like OCD or anxiety or depression, just to name a few examples, go seek some help from the CPDC so they can prevent you from entering crisis and develop some cognitive skills to face that. So I hope that we can really bring about that belief too. I mean, there's so many proactive things out there. Like when we were born, we all got like measles vaccines, and we've never had the measles, but that's because we made a proactive measure, if that makes sense. I just threw a lot of information at you guys. I know this was a really brief slideshow, but I verbally talk a lot. So I'm just gonna include my email right here. If you're interested in running this event with me, just please email me. I would love for all interested ASG members to meet maybe once a week, potentially on the weekends. I have no days secured yet, so I want input from you guys. But for now, that is actually the end of my report. I can take questions and comments about this. No, go for it.
I just want to, again, address the importance of this event, especially after what's happening in Texas. Yesterday, we found out that we lost 500,000 Americans. The economy's bad. Predatory loans are going up. We just got off a 3-week J term followed by a 12-week run in this module. We're isolated socially, and I think it's time that as a kind of a society and as a community of students that we acknowledge the mental pandemic that's plaguing our students. Moreover, I think we need to acknowledge that we're human and that our hearts are hurting and our brains are overwhelmed with so many things that are going on right now, even in our small little community. So I just want to say thank you, Emma, and that this is important and that we should be doing this and pursuing this.
Jasmine?
I just have a quick question. So are you trying to implement like this semester, like during the days that we have, you know how we have certain break
At the
days?
very end of this semester.
Okay.
So we still have months to work on this. It's not like a next week situation.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other questions or comments for Emma before we move on? No, okay. Moving on to Attorney General Jack.
Hey guys, it's nice to see all of your faces, and I'm sure I will see you guys around campus, which is exciting. Real quick, first off, I cannot emphasize enough how awesome Emma's proposal is and how important I think it is. Everything Noah said kind of took the words right out of my mouth. So I really do think that's a great thing. Aside from that, what I've got is relatively quick because it is the start of the new module, so not much has gone down. Emma, being so busy with the mental health stuff, didn't get a chance to talk about what we've done with the election so far. And so I just want to keep everyone updated. Obviously, you have seen through campaigning at this point that the 2 remaining campaigns on the ballot are in full swing right now, and they're doing a great job. So far, it has been really neat to see them grow as candidates and to see that their campaigns are growing. It is important to note that the 9th is our debate. And so the way we are going to structure this, we've decided it's going to be an in-person debate for the candidates, but it will be just for the candidates, the moderator, and obviously Emma and I overseeing it. And it will be broadcast essentially over a Zoom link to everyone else. If you guys have any questions about that, feel free to jump into the chat, ask Emma and I. Bree, what do you got right off the bat, just because there's no need to wait?
So last semester we had the editor-in-chief of the campus attend the debate. So Ethan intends to report on the debate just as they did last year. Is there a way that he could also attend in person as well?
Absolutely. We had actually considered the campus as, and I'm going to touch on our consideration for moderators too real quick. And we had considered the campus as an option for a moderator, but we ultimately decided that it was probably a better option to go with a faculty member. But given the campus's role in informing the student body, that absolutely. And that was honestly something we really didn't consider. So if you want to actually just message me his email, I can shoot him an email, get him all the specifics. As long as he's abiding by COVID guidelines, that's perfect. So with that, on the topic of a moderator, I have a meeting with Provost Cole tomorrow. He has agreed to moderate the debate. He has done it in the past. I have a meeting with him tomorrow afternoon to discuss at length the details regarding it. Yeah, absolutely. He's shout out Ron Cole, definitely. He came through for us. So it will be, we're going to open up through social media and through surveys. Well, not surveys, but through social media, we're going to take student questions and then some questions that we write up as well. They'll be submitted to Ron Cole, and it'll be like a bit of a town hall format for that debate. Sorry, my residents are being incredibly loud right now. Emma, do you have anything to touch on given that, given election or moderator stuff? I just wanted to keep you in the loop.
I think you covered all of it, but thank you though.
Awesome. Jenna, what's up?
So in the past, I think 2 years ago, some students raised concern about being anonymous, like submitting their questions anonymously. Is that an option on social media?
Yes, absolutely. No, and I intend for most questions to remain anonymous unless for some reason the person asking them specifically cites that they want their name to be named. Lucas, what's going on?
Quick thing. I know this is, I just want to be like, I just want to make sure that everything is fair with the debate and not thing, like how they're going to take questions through social media. Bree, this is not meant to like come at you, but like Bree like controls all the accounts.
Absolutely.
So how is that going to be like, make sure that we make it fair that like all candidates have like access to, or they don't have access to the questions? I don't know if you just want to do like a Google form. Yeah, like Camila said.
Yeah, I think me saying, I don't mean to cut you off. I think social media, when I said that, was kind of a bad way to put it. I think our primary mode of collecting questions will be a Google form. Emma, I don't know if you had anything else you wanted to say in regard to that. That's kind of been on your end, planning-wise.
I am happy to put together a form. That's my middle name, actually. If you look at my birth certificate.
Emma is my go-to for Google Forms because I'm technologically inept. But yeah, did you have anything else, Lucas?
No, that's it. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Bree, what's up?
So I also have a press secretary, by the way, that kind of controls a lot of the election stuff. So yeah, I understand your concern. Could be potentially unfair. But we have a designated press secretary that kind of controls the whole election side, just to clear that up. And then also, for it to be live streamed, this question for Jack, how do you want to go about doing that? We can use my computer, but it's completely up to you on how you want to go about setting it up.
We can do whatever. That is something that I was going to kind of look to address after locking in Provost Cole. But we can either do a Zoom link, but I don't think it really matters as far as whose technology is used for that. Our big concern primarily was with audio. And the reality is if audio is an issue, we can look to relocate somewhere else in the campus center, because there's really only going to be like 4 of us, 5 of us, whatever it is. So we will make do with what we have. So if anyone doesn't have any more questions in regard to election stuff, real quick, is there anyone from the Allegheny College Billiards Club here? I don't see Kenton. And then is there anyone from Ages here? Both are up for, or are able to be up for approval. I'd spoken to them weeks ago. They will likely be at the next GA. So with that is all I have. If anyone has any questions, feel free to jump in the chat. But that's my report for this week.
Okay, thank you. Just giving last chance. Any more questions or comments? Okay. On to communication and press. Bree.
Hi guys. Okay, so I'm pretty short here. So we're doing liaisons, club liaisons this year. We've been promising them for 2 years. We haven't been able to do them. So I began that conversation with Silk on ways that we can, kind of physically meet and figure out technically what I need to do for the amendment of the Constitution to be able to have club liaisons that are within reason. So what I came up with, and it's a rough sketch of a plan, is using my ex officios as the club liaisons. Instead of placing extra stress on our Senate, I can actually use somebody that is, a part of the clubs, a part of the organizations, and have them be represented on my committee as the liaison for the club. And then there are going to be slight changes to the website. There were some issues with the mobile app. I'm going through and fixing them now. So if it looks a little funky, that's why. Our masks are about to be ordered. I was just in the finance meeting with Noah. I'll let him talk about that later on. Your t-shirts will be purchased here shortly. We have a couple people that need to be approved by Senate later on that will need a t-shirt. And then I met with Dr. Morrow to discuss some of the things that we can do for our quarantine students. And one of the things we talked about, and I've mentioned it before, like get well soon cards. So I actually went out and purchased just some things to show you. So we have these. They say like you're terrific. It's little like, I don't even know what this is, like slime or something. Slime with balls, and then little like balls and little like thingies, just to kind of give them something to do. It's like cheesy, but it's cute in a way, just a way to say like we're thinking of you. And then I'm also working on an ASG Activity Packet, and we have a couple cards here, and then that tote back there is full of stuff as well. But this is just some of what they look like. Little things to just show like somebody's thinking about you. But other than that, I don't have anything. So if there's any questions, just let me know.
Okay, thank you, Bree. Is there questions? Alrighty. On to Director of Finance, Noah.
Good evening, everybody. I just have 2 things this evening. And they're both going to need votes. So the first is our basic finance request rundown. We had, you can obviously see here in the minutes, ASG is getting masks for every student who's returning to campus this semester, just to make sure that everyone has a CDC approved mask, and that at the very least, even if you shove it in the bottom of your backpack, that it'll be there and just so that you have it. And they'll amount to $6,700 from the general budget. And then we have APO, and they're getting t-shirts for $330, also from the general budget. So those are our 2 finance requests for this week. But any questions about the finance requests? No? Then I just need a senator to make a motion.
Motion to approve this week's finance requests.
Second.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, that passes.
Point of order. Are we not doing the the Zoom voting anymore? And then that's just not a finance thing. But my second thing is that FFC, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with FFC, FFC is the Finance and Facilities Committee. Excuse me, let me try that one more time. I'll promise I'll get it. The Finance and Facilities Committee is the committee that's it's comprised of 4 faculty, 4 administrators, 4 professors, 4 administrators, and 4 students. Right, we've had a little bit of a difficulty trying to get students, but Sophie Adams is one of them, and the ASG treasurer, which is myself, is the second. And this evening, I'm proud to announce that we have a third nominee for our the third seat. As you can see in the minutes here, her bio is here, but she has also joined us today. So rather than speaking for her, I would love for you to speak now, Maya. I'm so happy that you're here.
Great, thank you, Noah. Good evening, everyone. As Noah said, my name is Maya Ginter-Frankovich, and I am a junior here at Allegheny, here, quote unquote, because I'm remote actually. I want to first thank you for this nomination for the Finance and Facilities Committee. It is such an honor to be considered for this great opportunity. A little bit about myself: I am an economics major with a computer science and psychology double minor. I fell in love with economics during my freshman year and am so ecstatic to be able to apply what I've learned in my courses thus far in this Allegheny College organization and collective effort. I am also a Center for Business and Economics Fellow, as well as the founder and president of the newly formed Women in Business and Economics Club. I work a lot with the students during these events and believe that I will be able to represent the student body with both honor and integrity. With that being said, I thank you again for this nomination and look forward to working with the Finance and Facilities Committee.
Absolutely fabulous. Thank you. Then Maya, we got to vote here really quickly. So I'm just going to have to ask you to jump off and get back in the waiting room. And then when we conclude voting, Bree will let you back in and then we'll have our results.
Sure, sounds good. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to throw the motion to approve Maya Ginter-Frankovich for the Finance and Facilities Committee position. Andy, thank you.
Second.
Oh, we're doing the polls. Oh no.
Hey guys, quick point of order. Just when you guys are making motions, make sure the motion is fully stated before you guys second it. Thanks.
Thank you, Jack. So I lost the poll thing. I don't know where I could get it back, but okay. Okay, beautiful. So 16 in favor and 1 abstentions. Okay, so that passes.
So whenever she just jumps back in the call, we'll share the good news, if you will.
And Bree, can you let me know? We'll let Noah know when Maya hops back on.
She's in.
She's in? All right. Well, I'm proud to announce that we voted in favor, and welcome to FFC. What a privilege it is.
Yay, thank you so much. This is awesome.
Well, congratulations, and we're excited to see you, and I'll probably send you an email here shortly after this, after ASG.
Great, that sounds good. Thank you again.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you. Alrighty, Noah, are you finished?
Yes, I was just about to say I couldn't figure out how to turn my mic on, but yes, I'm done. Thank you, everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Okay, last chance for questions for Noah. No, alrighty. On to diversity and inclusion, Peter.
Hi. So first thing that I've been working on is trying to set up some sort of textbook exchange. So I've been talking to Carly about this. It's not as simple as, just immediately opening it up because there's some concern about how do we make sure that textbooks get to people who need them. So that's just something I'm going to have to further meet with her. And the second one is it's much more nebulous, so I don't really have too much to bring up. So I've been looking into establishing a community fridge on campus. And so far, I've just been contacting a few people about that, the feasibility of that. And so far, I've been hearing some good response, but right now it's all preliminary. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Peter. Does anyone have anything? Okay, on to organizational development, Bennett.
So I'm looking at, hosting like a virtual movie night for students. I saw that we did that for seniors, or that the senators did that for the seniors, and I think that's a really good idea. However, I'm still not back at school. Thanks to Texas weather, my test got lost, so we're still figuring that all out. So once I get back, I'm going to be able to really put that in motion, get it going. But yeah, that's really all I have right now. I hope you guys had a great start of classes.
Okay, thank you, Bennett, and I hope you get back on campus pretty soon. Student affairs, Jenna and Crystal.
So we have a little bit of kind of a lot of things to report. So we had campus life last week, and President Link came to present her realignment project for the college. And if you guys want more details, you can email either Crystal or myself. We're working on the feminine hygiene, ordering products, getting the stickers updated, trying to just get organized for ourselves and to make it easier for the next person to transition into our roles. I uploaded the new student handbook on the shared folder, the shared drive for ASG. The old one is still there. I didn't replace it, but I just retitled it just for reference. Also, we're doing Talk About It Tuesday next Tuesday, so 1 week from today. And we'll get the graphics going. So if you guys could help us in sharing that, that would be awesome. And finally, if you're a new senator and you don't have a committee appointment, please send me an email. So if you have no idea what I just talked about, I think you're a new senator. So send me an email. And that's it for us.
Any questions or comments for Jenna or Crystal? Alrighty. On to community relations, Elias.
Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing good. So not much on my end. When I get to campus, there's some things in the works. Restaurant week, kind of a contest between all the restaurants in town for us to vote on what our favorite dishes are from them and what restaurant is kind of the best. Kind of a friendly competition just to see what people like to eat on campus. I think that would be really fun. And that's pretty much it. Thank you. Stay safe, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Elias. I think that would be a good idea. Honestly, that sounds pretty dope. And then on to sustainability and environmental affairs, Willie.
I actually have something to report today, so yay. Change the lights to green to fit the mood. So as you all probably know, green boxes are back in full swing. Big thank you to Kelly Bolton, Stephanie Lang, and everyone sort of for behind the scenes trying to get all that back in line. Now it's our job to use the system. To bring in the new system, Kelly and I have been working a lot over the last couple of weeks during the JMester to figure out how we can like really ring it in. And we're calling it like Green Box Revival Week. They kind of, Kat Lord, my predecessor, did this a couple of years, like last year and 2 years ago, where they did tabling at the beginning of the year to sort of educate first year students and transfer students sort of what this program is. We didn't have green boxes last year, so tabling would have done nothing. So now that we have it back for this spring, we are going to be tabling the week of March 8th. That is the first full week after the campus quarantine is like over. It ends on the 3rd. 8th is the first full week. If the campus quarantine period gets extended, please, hopefully not, then we will push it back. But we're going to table in Brooks from 11 to 1 in about half-hour increments. Bree should have sent you a spreadsheet for times to sign up. If no one has stopped me, but from what I can understand, I don't know all of the logistics, but these should count as volunteer hours. I assume someone will stop me now if that's false and thinking I'm getting neutral stares. I think I should be okay. But we have those broken up into half-hour increments, Monday through Friday, 11 to 1, like I said. You'll be responsible essentially for educating people that don't know how the system works. That includes first years who have never done it, and then sophomores through seniors who have done the old way where we had the giant Aussie machine in Kins and not Brooks. And sort of kind of being able to answer all of those questions. Do note on the document, we have a section for, are you an expert Greenbox user? That basically means, can you survive an onslaught of my questions about how the program works? Kelly and I do not want to throw you all to the wolves. So naturally, first year senators, you probably don't know what this is. And if you do, you don't know like many of the specifics, and that's completely okay. We don't want that to be a reason why you don't help out. We just need to make sure that we have someone on tap that can answer those, more complex questions that you might not know if you're not on my committee or an environmental science major. If you want to take part in your virtual, you can let me know. I know Natalie, she is virtual this semester, so I don't want your remote status to be a reason why you don't help out. I'm sure I can find something for you to do. I think that's everything I have. We're going to be giving away, Kelly has some prizes and stuff. We're thinking of doing like a raffle that week, promoting the green box system. We're still trying to figure out prizes, but they include things ranging from like, sporks, reusable water bottles, stuff like that, to like, Kins coupons or whatever. We're still narrowing down that stuff. If anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns, speak now or text me later tonight. Nicholas, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of taking my water bottle to Brooks and filling it up. And last semester they had those giant water jugs. So not that it was convenient, but it's much more convenient than it is now where there isn't really a place to fill it up. That's, COVID safe. I don't know if that's something that could be brought up.
There should be a refill, like a water bottle refill station right at the entrance, to the left, right when you come in the main doors. Lucas, is that what you were going to say?
No.
Okay. Then whatever you wanted to say.
I was going to say, I know Gabrielle Morrow is working on fixing water fountains and making them COVID safe. One of the committees I sit on was talking about that. But yeah, I don't know exactly what they're doing, but I'm pretty sure they're trying to bring the water bottle stations back. I don't really know, but yeah. I think it was in her email too, like last week. I think she sent an email and she mentioned something about water fountains. But yeah.
That was an issue that I did not know was a thing. I don't go to Brooks. I go to Brooks like about once a month. So I haven't been there yet. So I haven't gotten a lay of the land, but that's definitely something I will keep on my radar. Thank you. Anyone else? I'm excited for this week, for this Greenbox weeks, mainly so that I can get to other projects that kind of got put in the passenger seats. But yeah, also use the Greenbox program, mask up, and socially distance, please.
Thank you, Willie. Actually, now that you said that you haven't been to Brooks, that reminded me. if those of you that haven't been to Brooks, there is like fresh produce there, like eggs, bread. I think they're gonna get oil soon, and like pasta sauce there too. And you could pay for that with your kin's money. So if you guys haven't went, like I would suggest going because I just got some eggs the other day. Not gonna lie. So transitioning onto class reports, class of 2021.
Hello, everyone. Hopefully, everybody made it safe to campus. So I just had a couple of notes, not so much. So the first thing is just, unfortunately, we lost one of our Senate members. There's only, excuse the background. We lost one of our Senate members, so there's only 3 of us, but we're still gonna work hard to make this semester great. We also attended, some of us seniors, we attended one of the meetings to discuss graduation. So they have kind of a plan set of how graduation is going to go, but that might change in case COVID guidelines change for the state. So that's still not set in place, but they do want to have opinions from other seniors to know if there's going to be any changes, what they want to see. Another thing is I'm also in the process of setting up a meeting with Gretchen Beck to discuss Senior Week, just because I didn't want to kind of concentrate on that meeting a lot of Senior Week, so I'm going to have a separate meeting with her so we can know what guidelines we're going to be meeting and all that stuff. So that's it.
Okay, thank you, Jasmine. Does anyone have questions or comments? Okay, class of 2022.
Yeah, we have nothing to report for this week, so I hope everyone has a good start to their Module 2 classes.
Okay, thank you, Pinion. Class of 2023.
Welcome back, Gators. I hope you all are doing well, whether you're on campus or off campus. 2023 is working hard as usual. We're going to be all coordinating a time where we can table for the Green Box event and possibly talk about it Tuesdays. We're working on an event right now promoting study time for the end of the semester, and we're looking into a couple of other things. So we'll keep you in the loop. Any questions, let us know. Go Bills.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. Class of 2024.
We had some questions on the green boxes, but we're so glad that that's going to be addressed already. Nothing to report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kristen. Now on to VP's report. So I don't really have anything specific to report. I just wanted to say, if you guys do have opportunities of community service or representative hours or whatever, like Willie had mentioned earlier with tabling, just let me know so I could update that doc I told you guys about. It's already on the ASG resources folder. It's already been there for a while, so if you haven't checked it out, you guys should. So just as a reminder to everyone, we do have our hours that we need to complete. Grace, you have a question?
Yes, I actually had a community service event. I don't know if you want me to put it on the Google Doc or if you want me to say it here and put it on the Google Doc.
You can say it here, yeah. And then just send it to me and I'll put it on the doc.
Okay, ASA, which is the African Student Association, always has a tabling event where it's called Build a Well, where we raise up money to build wells in certain parts of Africa. So I know that we're going to be doing that tabling event sometime this semester, and we have a spreadsheet where people can sign up for tabling. You don't only have to do tabling. We might have an event sponsored to that to say how much we've raised for the past 3 years and talk about the event and the importance of clean water in Africa. So just look out for that.
Can you let us know the dates of when that will be?
Yes, I can.
Okay, well, you could just put it on the chat.
Yeah, we don't have them right now. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, no worries.
Sorry.
All right, does anyone else have any other questions or comments for me? All right. On to President's report.
Hello everyone. I don't have anything to report. Just overseeing ongoing projects that are going on. Shout out to Emma for the for her work, and Jack with elections and all the campaigning stuff. Just wanted to wish everyone welcome to a new semester.
Okay, thank you, Audie. On to unfinished business. So the last time we had met, Natalie, who's the president of class of 2022, had introduced Precious Taylor as the new upcoming senator. We did not get to motion her in or swear her in. But before we do that, I wanted to give Precious the chance to, talk about herself and the work she's done on campus first. So Precious, you could go ahead.
So hi everyone, my name is Precious. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm currently a psychology major and global health studies minor, and I'm currently a junior as well. I'm also an RA on campus and the treasurer of the Islamic Cultural Association. And I feel like most of you, I really want to improve and just unite the Allegheny community, especially given the changes brought about by COVID and just the current political and racial climate just in the world and whatnot. And I guess I'll just read my statement for swearing in now. So, I, Precious Taylor Ford.
Wait, Taylor, point of order.
Sorry
After the
about that.
motion. No, you're good. Yeah, sorry for the confusion.
So can I get a motion?
Motion to swear in Precious as a senator for the class of 2022.
Second.
All those in favor? Oh, the poll is back. Well, we're not doing the poll? No. Okay, all those in favor. Sorry, confusion. All those opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, beautiful. That passes. Congratulations, Precious. So now,
Wait. Point of order. I got to swear in.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, my fault.
Do I read the statement?
Yeah, Precious, if you're ready now, this is the official swear-in part.
Okay.
So all you have to do is just repeat after me. And you have the template, so it should be good. It should be I, state your name.
I, Precious Taylor Ford,
Senator of Allegheny Student Government,
Senator of Allegheny Student Government,
do swear to uphold the Constitution of the Allegheny Student Government.
do swear to uphold the Constitution of the Allegheny Student Government.
I shall strive to maintain the quality of,
I shall strive to maintain the quality of,
and wherever feasible, approve upon,
and wherever feasible, improve upon,
the educational, cultural, and social aspects of the Allegheny College community.
the educational, cultural, and social aspects of the Allegheny College community.
And that's good. Okay. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Sorry about that earlier, my fault.
You're good.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right, beautiful. So on to new business. GA on Tuesday, March 9th. Emma, you want to talk about that?
This will be shorter, I promise. So 2 weeks from now is Tuesday, March 9, and that is scheduled to be the presidential and vice presidential debate. That debate is happening at 7 o'clock, so I understand that that would conflict with our regular GA time. But to give everyone a chance to participate in or watch the debate, what I am proposing is that on that day, Tuesday, March 9, we meet at 6:30 and go until like 6:50. We have a very brief GA. Then we give people 10 minutes to transition, hopefully to catch the debate. Again, I'm not quite sure because we've seen changes in Senate membership since, but I think quorum is 11 senators. So we will need at least 11 senators to be able to attend. If you can't attend, if enough of you can't attend, we can't have a GA. So that's the plan right now.
Did you call on me, Emma? Yeah, okay, I didn't hear. Okay. So I know last year, the night of the debate, we just canceled GA because, I mean, at the time, 2 of the people were in Senate or cabinet. I don't know. I mean, it's just nice like for them to have a time to prepare. And I think the people that are in ASG and the people that are out of ASG running, I don't know. I think it just might be good just to give the week off because I mean we're back at school now too. We have a lot of work. I don't know how everyone else feels, but yeah.
That's perfectly fine. I just can't start a motion as a cabinet member, but yeah, that's valid.
So I'm just gonna motion to table or put off GA on March the 9th, 2021. We're just gonna take the week off. Can I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Okay, abstentions? Any abstentions? Okay, that passes. So there will be no GA March 9th, but we will remind everyone as well, just to keep everyone updated. Is there any constituent comments? No, alrighty. Advisor announcement. Oh, Jasmine, sorry.
I just kind of want to bring up just something real quick. Whenever we don't have a GA meeting, you can send us an email reminder just because I know last time there wasn't a meeting and then we were trying to log in and then last minute I found out there wasn't. So just kind of want to put it out there.
Yeah, no worries. We'll send that to you guys as a reminder. Okay, any advisory announcements?
Hi, everybody. Good to see you. I hope that those of you who traveled back to campus had an uneventful and safe trip back. And also hello to those of you who are still going to be remaining remote for the rest of the semester. I think everyone's very excited to have many of you back on campus. So that's really my only announcement, and I look forward to continuing to work with you.
Okay, thank you, Camila. Do I have a motion to close this meeting?
Motion to close this meeting.
Second.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, that passes. Have a good night, guys.
Bye. Thank you.